Do you know what else I've invested in? Oh, mate, I forgot to tell you something.
What?
You know your man who gets me tickets for football?
Yeah.
I said I need tickets so I can take my daughter and my father-in-law.
Yeah.
He gets three tickets, each time. So I was like, next game that comes up, just drop me a note and I'll fucking transfer you the money I want to take. Because I'm taking Jimmy and Reggie. I want to take Maya and Kev, my father-in-law. He come back to me. Guess what he's giving me tickets for?
What?
Liverpool. Man United, Liverpool.
Mate.
If I hadn't have already said...
Anfield?
No, at Old Trafford.
Oh, it's fine.
In the Man United end.
No, fuck that.
Would you have come in the Man United end?
No, not at all.
Honest?
Not a fucking chance.
Oh, fuck off. What?
No.
What?
Not a fucking chance.
What, to go... Have you ever been to that derby?
Yeah, at Anfield.
have
Loads
you?
of times. Not a fucking chance.
What?
You're
Don't give it big time because you think she's hit record.
Oh, we're recording.
Don't give it big time just because you think you're being recorded, mate. If I said to you, I got tickets in a Man United end for Man United Liverpool, 3 rows from the back behind the goal, you'd fucking be there.
I would not. I would not.
You would, mate.
I wouldn't.
You fucking
I
would.
wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You would.
I couldn't think of anything worse than not celebrating when we win 7-0. I imagine that. I couldn't do it. I'd rather watch it in my house where I can get to the toilet.
Well, you can kick the kids out the fucking...
yeah.
To be fair, I wouldn't sit in the Oxford end and watch Swindon.
So what makes you think I would?
Well, because I fucking live in Swindon and go every week. You're fucking born and bred in Tottenham.
Fuck
You
off.
fucking Liverpool fan.
Shut up.
Typical.
Right. Anyway, nice to see you, Josh. You spent 3 minutes telling me about your shirt jeans combo.
Yeah,
Don't
Levi's.
do that now.
Shout out Levi. Haven't worked with you for a while. Would be happy to come back.
Who's Levi?
Levi's.
Do you know Levi Roots?
Yeah. Reggae sauce.
Do you ever have reggae sauce?
No, mate. No.
It's good. It was good.
Is it about anymore?
Yeah, I think so.
He was like a millionaire. He's like a millionaire.
He is. Multi-millionaire.
And if you do you watch Dragon's Den?
I watch sometimes.
After he came in, like every series, there'd be somebody turn up with some kind of food and singing a fucking cheesy song to try and be the winner.
He was the OG though.
I used to dream about going on there, man. You know do you know what's back, by the way? Completely off topic. Deal or No Deal.
Deal or No Deal?
Well, you don't know what Deal or No Deal is? Do you not know what it is?
I can't wait when you cut
not
on
know what it is?
Instagram. Is that the
You
Noel
don't know what
Edmonds?
Deal or No Deal is? Honestly, are you fucking serious?
Noel Edmonds.
Sophia, do you know what Deal or No Deal is? Yeah. With Noel Edmonds used to do it.
Yeah, all right. Give me a chance.
Oh,
I didn't love it that much.
Mate, I love Deal or No Deal so much. I used to watch it like religiously every fucking day.
Who's presenting it now?
You know that guy who used to be like a bit of a kids magician? Stephen Mulhern.
Ah.
You know who he is?
Yeah, he did.
Do you know they've
catchphrase for a while?
Yeah. And they've dropped the top price from 250 grand to 100.
I don't really care about it that much.
Oh, I fucking love Deal or No Deal, mate, so much. Honestly, I get so like wrapped up in it when I watch it. I'd love to go on there, mate. I applied once years ago.
They used to build a bit of a community around.
Yeah, that's what they do, innit?
Yeah.
Because you go there, I think, and then they record like 3 a day, and then like I think they all stay in a house or something like that together or whatever. So they all get to know each other. So they're like cheering each other, egging each other on.
So you would never be a contestant if you had to live in the house with them?
No, man. Fuck that.
Just watch it. But then they used to like think that they could magic good vibes into the boxes.
Yeah, no, I'd get on with all of that. I would, and I'd swap my box at the end.
I don't know what that means.
Well, so when you get down to the last 2 boxes,
You'd always swap it, would you?
Yeah.
Always?
Yeah. Because you're less likely to have picked the money at the beginning, innit? So you got a 1 in 22 chance of picking the big one, yeah?
Okay.
So the likelihood is you ain't picked the big one.
Okay.
So always swap.
When's it back?
It's back on now, mate.
Oh.
I fucking watched
Daytime,
it last night.
Is it daytime?
Nah, like 4 o'clock.
Prime time.
4 o'clock when you get home
That's
from
daytime.
work.
That's daytime.
Oh, yeah, you're a fucking hustler, aren't you?
Mate, I'm working till midnight.
I don't watch telly normally, but I sat down and watched it last night.
You liar.
I did, mate.
You watch you do watch TV. That's how you know. 4 o'clock. Just before Countdown. Is it?
I like Countdown.
I like Countdown.
No, and The Chase. Do you watch that?
No, I'm not a fan of The Chase.
I like The Chase, mate.
So you do watch a lot of TV?
No. I don't watch The Chase. I said I like it.
It sounded like you watched.
Do you know
it.
what I used to watch?
What?
Eggheads.
Eggheads on BBC Two.
Oh my days, man. Where have you been?
Well, I'm catching up, aren't I?
This is like, do you know why this is? Do you know what this is? Because I used to work a 9 till 5, innit? So when you finished work, you finished at the same time every day. And when you came home, there was always a certain thing. There was a little run of Coach Trip.
Oh, I remember Coach Trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come dine with me.
Yeah,
your jam.
Come Dine With Me or 4 in a Bed.
I like a bit of 4 in the bed.
Yeah. And Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
Oh, they were the days, man.
Blockbuster.
I don't know what that is, mate.
Bob Holness. Blockbuster.
Oh, that's... You're old, man. You're fucking old.
Oh, I know some people will be going, yeah, Blockbuster. That was good, man.
Anyone that listens that's over 40.
Yeah. Half your mates on here are over 40. You just aged us. How are you, mate?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. We just had a lovely steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good, wasn't it?
It was very good, mate. Yeah.
Very reasonable.
Yeah, very reasonable. Well cooked.
Yeah.
Tasty. Bit of
Flat
salad.
iron.
Bit of kale.
Yeah.
Kale with cheese was
You
that,
were
but-
helping yourself to my kale.
Yeah, man.
Very liberally.
It was nice, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
So yeah,
What I
I
had
feel
of
good.
it.
I feel good. Is this the check-in? Have
No,
you-
no. I'm going to come
Oh,
to the
okay.
check-in.
Yeah.
So this is the penultimate episode before we break up for the year.
Is it?
Yeah, we've got one more and then that's it. That's what penultimate means.
Yeah, man. Wow.
It's been a year.
Shit, it's nearly Christmas,
I
man.
know, man. So I actually, instead of using next one to do reflections, I thought I'd use this one to do reflections.
Okay.
So,
Oh, so you basically, because it's
Stole-
my time
yeah,
next
I
week,
stole it, yeah.
you thought, yeah, fuck it, I'll
Yeah.
nick it. All right.
yeah, that's it. You can talk about Christmas movies or whatever you
Yeah,
like.
alright.
Or
Yeah,
your
yeah.
favourite chocolate or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
That's your bag, isn't
I'll
it?
just talk about how I'm not eating sugar over Christmas.
Oh, yeah, imagine that. That'd be boring.
Might not be able to do Santa on the roof, mate.
Really?
Yeah, because we're going away, and I think we'll be away for the last day of school.
Oh, no. Can you co-op someone else to do it?
No. It's got to be me that does it, innit?
Or the real Santa?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he might.
So- So I think our last run of check-ins has been pretty good. Quite sort of thoughtful and
deep.
deep. So I wanted to ask a couple of questions of us both, really. But I'll start with you. As you reflect on the year of 23, lots of stuff's happened. Lot of highs, some lows. You know, a lot
Yeah.
of work. What's funny?
I don't know.
This is the setup, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What are you most grateful for in 23? And what's been your biggest regret so far of 23?
So what I'm most grateful for is friendship. I don't want to be too cheesy with it, but I think more so than other years, particularly if I look at my journey since leaving my job to do what I do, more so than any other years, this year I've lent on my friends, man.
Yeah.
And I truly have friends in my life today that I know I can go to. And I don't know if I've always felt that. I've got my mate, shout out Jonah. I don't think he listens, but shout him out
Not
anyway.
a very good mate then, is he?
Yeah. But like, he's been my mate ever since, you know, all through my drinking and everything. And, you know, probably before I stopped drinking, he was probably the only proper friend that I had. And I think in the last couple of years, I've really worked hard at allowing myself to trust people and not hold the sort of core belief that they'll go when they find out who I really am. So yeah, that's what I've been grateful for. Friendship.
Good. You're going to mention the number one friend?
No, I'm not going to list the friends, 'cause I fucking did that last episode and
yeah.
missed loads of people out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
so
you
just-
get loads of heat for that?
No, I didn't. But I felt bad about it because I left some big names out.
Go on. Say
No,
it out.
I'm not saying. I'm not going through the names. They know who they are. My mates, my friends.
Well, they don't because you didn't mention them.
What about you? What are you grateful for?
Do you know, I'm grateful for having like the privilege to do what I want to do in life.
Yeah.
And I don't mean privilege in the sense that, only in the sense that, you know, I have opportunities above other people. I think I've worked very hard we work very hard for what we have built. But you know, I look at some people and think about some of the conversations I have with certain people, and I just see that there is so much of their life that is outside of their control, and they don't get the joy in the way that I do. Now, I probably don't have as much of certain things as I might do if I was in a big corporate job, right? But I'm really happy that I can be like, I can keeper of my own destiny. And so I'm really grateful that I can, you know, run a business, start like a new product, be home when I want to be home, be present or try to be present.
Yeah.
And I just, I don't ever have a Monday or Sunday night blues.
No.
Never do.
Yeah.
And I think when I think about my team, we all sort of say the same thing. I don't think it's just me because I'm the boss, but actually we all say that we have that collective feeling. So I'm just grateful that, you know, that we've managed to survive another year and thrive, and that I enjoy what I do, not just work, but just my holistic kind of life.
Easy to take those things for granted as well, isn't it? Like they're not, because obviously when in the job I used to have, it would ruin, Sunday was ruined from about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like at best.
Yeah.
If you weren't thinking about it the whole weekend.
Yeah.
When you just thought, I've got to go, I've got another week, man. So many people live like that. It's part of what creates what is such a sick society, is that people are trapped in jobs they hate, right? And they don't have that freedom that you just talked about.
Yeah, and I was sort of I wrote a post on LinkedIn today around, I think the quote is, the move you're most scared to make is the one that can set you free, or something like that. And I think you know, change, it doesn't have to begin with the action. It begins with the mindset.
Yeah.
Like you could become an expert through the internet on anything.
Yeah.
If you know where to look and you keep showing up consistently. So actually, this isn't a dig at people who don't have choices. There's often like very, very people with very limited choices, but you can keep yourself in a prison if your mindset allows itself to be like that.
Yeah, man.
And so I think even like if you want to change, you've got to find a way to do it first inside your head.
Yeah. And make small changes, innit?
Yeah.
Because like I always say, when I was trapped in the job in the factory, I had no skills, no qualifications, no nothing. I didn't feel like I felt like I was one of the people that didn't have choices. I had a mortgage, a young family. I felt like I didn't have choice.
Yeah.
And so what I did is I was like, right, first and foremost, I lack purpose in this job. So I've said, let me go out and get a voluntary job. And 2 nights a week, I'm going to volunteer and to give myself some purpose. And maybe through volunteering, I could get a job at a charity or something like that, right? But always still thinking, I need a better paid job than what I might find at a charity. So even that, but I'm going to take a step. And I did a couple of different voluntary things, and then I found the COA.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another, and that's where I am today, you know? So I made the choices that I did have.
Yeah. Do you know, the thing that I was thinking is, let's say when you're in your job, right? You were, like, we're not conditioned at school to think about things like purpose and mission and listening to ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So you could be forgiven for believing that there was no choice.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who find themselves in jobs where they don't feel like they've got a choice in society or in life, they don't question it.
Yeah.
And then we're conditioned and pushed to not challenge this stuff, right?
It's almost like society is like that by design, isn't it?
It's almost
like those in power don't want to empower the young people because they don't want them to reach their full potential.
There you go with your conspiracy theories again, John. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do feel like we're at a point in our history where I think stuff is going to get more and more challenged.
Yeah.
It's impossible to like. It's gotten to a point where I think it's at breaking point.
Yeah.
It's so fragile. It's at breaking point, right? And I think this emerging generation is going to be challenging way more than our generation.
Yeah, they're going to be way more awake to it.
I mean, the only thing is I think we had those. I mean, you're probably a millennial, right? I'm not a millennial, but there was probably a hope for the millennials to be that, the younger end of the millennials, and I don't think that's really transpired.
Am I a millennial?
I think you probably are, yeah.
What are you then?
Gen X, I'm on the cusp of Gen X.
What does that mean then? What's a Gen X?
Born, I think, 90, I think if you were born in 79, 78, something like that, you're a Gen X, 79.
What's your?
Why are you laughing?
I didn't think you.
How old are you? You're
I was born in 87.
No, you were you?
Yeah, I'm not. That's like, I'm like 8 years younger than you. Is that right?
Respect your elders.
Are you 44?
Yeah.
Fucking
I
hell,
don't look
man.
it, do I?
No.
Oh, there you go.
No, fair play, man. I thought you was like closer to my age. Fucking hell, man. I didn't realise you was that old.
That's why when I talk about...
Why am I knocking about with you?
Why am I knocking about with you, man? Ute.
Let me tell you something on that front, right? On this emerging generation. So I found out through my daughter, who's 7, that every day or most days at the end of school, as part of their curriculum, they watch Newsround.
Really?
Yeah. So I fucking said to the school, I ain't happy about my kids watching the news at school. I said, we don't watch it at home. I don't want them watching it at school. And they said it's age appropriate because it's Newsround, which is like a kid's news. But like my daughter's come home and she's like, it's a bit worrying, isn't it, that the police are letting the people down because they're not doing their job properly. And I was like, who the fuck's told you that? I didn't swear.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
I said, sit down, child. Where have you got this information from?
Yeah.
And she said on the news at school.
Yeah.
Apparently a few parents have complained about it, man.
Yeah, I haven't heard about Newsround being watched.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is
mate.
a bit. I think it's also something that you do need to just check in and do a bit of safeguarding on.
Yeah. I don't think the kids should be watching the news.
No, I agree. I
Anyway,
don't like watching the news.
What was the second question?
Biggest regret of 23?
Biggest regret of 23. Look, you know me. I'm not somebody who says I have no regrets, but I feel like this year for me has been an evolution of what the last few years have been, right? Which has just been to learn. And I think the way that I live my life, because I have to a degree, is I show up the best that I can, and then when I fuck up, I try and be better. And I think this year's been like that. There's been no like catastrophic thing. I mean, I've achieved some incredible things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting to the point with a project that I've been working on. There's another project that I'm working on that's going to launch next year. So like,
you got like an incredible deal in Levi's.
oh yeah, man, I got this
Amazing.
top for like more than half price. And I've just realised that I'm knocking about with a bloke who's getting a free bus pass soon. So like, I wouldn't shit.
Have you seen the cost of travel though, mate? I'll take that bus pass. Do you know I have a similar point of view. I when I thought about this, I thought I could pick a few things, you know, but
Yeah.
actually, do you know what? I'm just going to be kind to myself and say, done my best this year.
Yeah.
A few things I'd like to do differently. So for me, it's all about what I do in 24.
Yeah.
Right? There's a Socrates quote, right, which is the secret of change is not on fighting the old, but on creating the new.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm not going to look at this year and go, oh, what would I have done differently? But it's not like beat yourself up over stuff, right? I've talked a lot on this podcast about how, you know, I probably throw myself into work more than I'd like to. There's an impact. But there's nothing I can do with that now. It's only stuff I can do with it in the future.
Yeah. And I like, you know, like we always talk in it that we never try and we don't pretend to be this polished version of ourselves, you know? And it like, so you do your best, man. You do your best. And like I was saying to you when we was walking over here today, man, I know who I am, and I can look people in the eye and say, I know who I am. And I do my best, man. No regrets. They don't work. Who's that?
Robbie Williams?
Oh yeah.
I know that.
Have you watched the Robbie Williams documentary yet?
Nah, I'm not. Nah. But I did listen to, what was it?
He is a fucking cool dude though, mate.
Is he?
He is, mate, yeah. Like, he wears some proper good clobber, mate. He does, mate.
He was big, wasn't he? Late 90s.
Have I ever talked about the podcast when I won Robbie Williams tickets?
No.
You remember MTV Select?
Yeah.
When you used to get home from, well, probably not you, when you used to get home from university, when I used to get home from school, what was her name? Who's the Scottish lady that used to host MTV?
Edith Bowman.
Edith Bowman follows me on Insta now. All right, Edith. And Lisa Snowman used to do it as well.
You mean Snowden?
Snowden, yeah. Anyway, they used to host this thing. They would play all the music when you got home from school. They did a competition to win a signed Robbie Williams jacket and tickets to Robbie Williams. You had to ring up and sing Angels. And I rang up, got through.
Did you?
And basically, when
this story better end with you winning.
Well, they said to me, I was with my mum, yeah, and the investigator, what do they call it, the researcher, was like, what, how much do you love Robbie Williams? And I was like 14, I think. I was like, I don't. And they're like, how good are you at singing? And I was like, I'm not very good, but my mum wants me to win these tickets for her because she loves Robbie Williams.
Okay.
And they basically told me on the phone, we're going to make you win this. If you go for it and give it your best shot singing, you'll win.
No.
They didn't say it in them many words, but they said it. So anyway, I live on there sang Angels.
Did you know the words?
Yeah, of course, mate.
Okay.
I'm
okay, all right.
So
you were
I sang.
14.
Yeah, I sang and I won. And then my mum grabbed the phone off me live on TV and was like, me and Joshy, because she calls me Joshy, me and Joshy are going to watch Robbie Williams and Luke's not coming because he likes Tupac. Live on telly.
Brilliant.
So yeah, man, we went and watched them.
Was Tupac still alive back then?
Who?
Tupac was still alive.
Is he dead though?
Who knows? Could be in the Nevada desert.
So yeah, man, there's a story for you. I haven't got the jacket anymore.
Did you sell it?
No, man, I don't know what happened to it, but
so I was going to do this section called Facts.
We got time, mate.
No, I know. I can't get into the document. Just give me a second.
Oh, come on, mate. Do you want me to ad-lib on some stuff? Do you want me to sing Angels in the way that I sang it?
Yeah, can you do that?
No, mate. It's not happening.
Can you do that for us?
No.
While we're waiting? Because
No.
I can't get into the...
Why can't you get it up? Can you? We talked about that last week on the pod. Do you want me to see if I can?
Yeah, just...
Why is it not letting you in, mate?
I don't know. I'm locked out of my thing.
What, yeah.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna have to change this up a bit. You're gonna give me some random numbers.
That screen won't lock.
Okay. All right.
7.
Okay, I should do an intro. Yeah, sorry, I got a
sorry.
little late. So this section is called Facts. Do you remember that time when Benitez came out with his piece of paper and he was talking about facts with Alex Ferguson?
No.
Okay. Anyway, that was the beginning of the end for Benitez.
Okay.
It was a press conference and he just went facts.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
I don't remember that.
So I'm bringing back facts because we know how the listeners love facts. So
Yeah.
I've just
Are these facts about anything in particular?
anything.
They are just
Yeah,
random facts.
Random facts.
Wow, okay.
So you're just going to pick random numbers between 1 and 120.
Okay.
And we're going to just read the fact and see what happens.
All right.
So you said
7.
7.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a boring one. The universe's average colour is called...
Blue.
No. Do you know what colour it would be?
Oh, the universe?
Yeah.
So up in the sky, like?
Yeah.
Black.
Cosmic latte.
Nice.
In 2002 study, astronomers found that the light coming from galaxies averaged into a beige colour.
Right. That was
That's
a fucking
close to
boring
white.
fact, yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I
Cosmic
think
latte.
the first ones are from BBC Science, so they
Okay.
might be a bit
Cosmic
sciencey.
latte, yeah.
Cosmic latte.
Yeah.
That
Sounds
reminds
like,
me of Jamiroquai.
I was going to say, it sounds like it would get your belly moving.
Give me another number.
Let's go higher then. 30.
All right.
Cool, this is good fucking... This is good.
A horse
Good.
a horse normally has more than 1 horsepower. A study in 93 showed that the maximum power of a horse can produce is 18,000 watts, around 24 horsepower. That's boring, isn't it?
Did you read these? Have you looked at these facts
No,
before you bought
no,
them? Okay.
no.
Go.
Go lower down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
2.
No, higher up. What's that game?
75.
All right, let's do that.
I didn't want to go too high because then I've just got to watch you.
The moon is moving away from the Earth. 85 million years ago, the moon orbits between the moon and Earth were only 35 feet away from the planet's surface.
What? The moon was 35 feet away from the
Planet's surface.
planet.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
85
off. That's
million
not even a
years ago.
fact. That ain't even real.
It is real.
What? So
the
you could
internet
you
said
could get on a trampoline and jump up to it.
35
Where you
feet
get these
away
facts
from the
from,
planet
mate?
Earth. The internet, Josh. The internet.
Right. Should we do another one?
Yeah. Closer to 100.
107. 35 feet away. But I've never heard so much bollocks in my life.
Your eyebrow shapes can predict your personality.
All right. Have we got a list of...
Straight eyebrows are said to indicate a strong, fact-oriented and direct personality. Oh,
What
that's
have I
yours.
got then?
You've got one eyebrow.
straight across the middle. Is that what? So that's me, a straight eyebrow, yeah?
Yeah.
What-
Curved eye. I don't know. Hang on. Tell me in a sec. Curved eyebrows, on the other hand, indicate a more people-oriented personality.
All right. What other options are there? Is it just straight or curved?
That's all I've got.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yours are curved, aren't they?
Are they?
Are mine straight then?
Straight-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's just one. I can't
That's
tell.
probably right.
I think
that's
that
probably
it's
fits
it's
both
all
of us,
facts,
yeah.
man. It's all facts.
Yeah. Bosh. Fact. Should we do one more?
Yeah, and then get through this as quickly as possible.
130.
I only went up to 120.
Oh, 112.
Okay. The blue whale is the largest known animal on the planet. Did you know that? should do.
I think I
Yeah.
would have said sperm whale. Is that the same thing?
I don't know. The magnificent mammals are known to grow up to 100 feet long and upwards. They weigh about
Fucking
200
hell.
tons.
You could have gone to the moon and back on one of those things.
Do you know?
Across their back.
I saw
65 million
somewhere
years
else
ago.
that a human can swim through their veins. They're that big.
That ain't fucking true.
No, it's true, man.
No,
The internet says so. What do you think the longest recorded tennis match was?
Oh,
How
that's
long?
a good question.
How long?
In hours,
Yeah.
72.
Jesus, man.
What?
11 hours.
Oh.
72 hours straight. That's like Le Mans. All right, I'm going to do one more.
Yeah. You just pick it, mate.
I will.
Yeah. This has been a really good segment, mate. We'll have to revisit this one and get some more of these facts.
A
out.
jiffy
Oh,
is an actual measure of time. I'll be there in a jiffy.
okay. What is a jiffy then? Like a jiffy bag. What's a jiffy bag?
That's it's like an envelope.
Yeah.
I think they're separate though.
Oh, okay.
When posh people say, "I'll be there in a jiffy,"
Yeah.
do you say jiffy?
Never said
Okay.
it before in my
But
life.
you've heard it, right?
I've heard it, yeah.
It's calculated as 1/100th of a second. It's 10 milliseconds. I'll be there in 10 milliseconds. All right. Well, we'll never do this again. It's okay, one
you got
last
one
one.
more?
One
Yeah.
last one.
Yeah.
It's physically impossible for you to lick your elbow. Go on, try it.
No, I've seen this a million times before, man.
Is it physically impossible?
You just look stupid when you do it.
Just do it. No, can't do it.
Didn't you used to do that at school?
Yeah, I did, but I had to get you to do it. All right. That was fun, wasn't it?
Oh, it's fucking brilliant.
What did you learn?
Honestly,
You
mate.
learned something.
Yeah, I learned that the moon, I could have...
85 million years ago.
The
billion years
moon,
ago.
85... Was the... How do they even know that shit?
The internet says so.
35, what was it, yards? Feet? 35 feet
Yeah,
to the moon?
yeah. That's like 5 pool tables, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. So you can fast forward this last segment, listeners. And we'll get to the...
Fucking, if this is your first episode that you've ever joined us for, I apologise. On Hass's
Hey, listen,
behalf.
mate. You've done
I
some pretty,
apologise
you've
on
done some pretty dull ones. I'm going to do a...
Should we go back to
do
Deal or No Deal? Talking about Deal or No... To be fair, I thought it was quite fun, mate. The facts bit.
Good.
Yeah.
So, the main segment of today.
The only way is up.
Yeah, you bottom out.
Have you noticed my hat, by the way?
I did, yeah.
Sorry.
It's very nice.
Sorry, go on.
For our listeners listening and not watching on YouTube,
Yeah.
it's a cap of Josh's logo.
Yeah. Flat peak cap.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about fears today,
Good.
and I've been thinking a lot about what stops us from being as great as we can be, and there's stuff that you can point to, which is a lack of resources, education. You can point to lots of external factors, but so much of what stops us as humans is what goes on inside our minds and inside our heads, right? And so I was curious about fears, right? And so I've done a little bit of research on what the top 10 fears are in the UK, and there's some funny ones as well. But then I want to talk about like us, right?
Yeah.
And humans.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you some facts again. So the American physician Benjamin Rush kicked off the craze of naming such fixations in 1786. Until then, the word phobia, which is derived from the word phobos, which is the Greek god of panic and terror, had only been applied to physical disease. All right, so it was only around 1786 when he started to kind of bring it to like mental fears. To be diagnosed as a specific phobia, the fear must be excessive, unreasonable, and have lasted for 6 months or more, and it must interfere with normal life. So that's what makes a phobia.
Okay.
All right. So
what are those 3 things? Say them again. So it's got to have gone on for 6 months. It's got to be excessive in nature.
Unreasonable.
And yeah.
And have lasted for 6 months or more.
Okay.
All right. So top 10 fears in the UK.
Yeah. I want to hear them all. Start at number 10.
Work my way backwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why would you start at number 1?
Yeah. No. Good point. Nyctophobia. Do you know what that is?
That is the fear of having your possessions stolen. What? Is that not right?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
what
the
is
fear of the dark.
Nyctophobia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, you think that kids would you grow out of this as a kid, but apparently people in their late 20s and 30s are more likely to suggest that people are likely to leave the light on, with 5% saying they were very afraid of the dark.
Are you afraid of the dark?
No.
No, ever.
What? When you mean when I was a kid?
You know, like if you hear a noise downstairs when you're in bed, and you go downstairs, are you flinging the lights on pretty quick?
I'm all right with the dark.
Oh yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
No, sometimes
I'm more impacted by some of the other fears.
Sometimes I'd click the lights on pretty quickly, pretty sharpish.
Yeah.
Because I'd be a bit nervous. Yeah. But not. I'm not. It's not like I'd be all right in the dark.
There was only one time I can think where I was really shit terrified of the dark.
Yeah.
When I was in primary school, there was a rumor going around that if you said F Mary 3 times at midnight, that she
just
would appear.
F or was
no, yeah,
I
don't want to do it. I don't want to blaspheme.
Play,
yeah. And you did it at midnight. She would appear in your garden.
Did you do it?
I did it. She didn't appear,
No.
but I really thought that maybe she
was
did.
going to, is it?
Yeah. That was the only time I can really
Did
remember.
you ever do any dodgy shit like that when you was a kid, like a Ouija board or anything like that?
No, I was too scared.
Yeah, same, man. My mum proper warned me off of them.
Yeah.
When we was kids, yeah, my mum was proper like, don't ever do a Ouija board.
Yeah, I think...
She told me a story about doing them when she was a kid or something, and somebody called Arthur came through and like shot the thing across the room and that.
Really?
That's what she told us, yeah.
I read Arthur was wearing a peak cap as well.
I wouldn't fancy doing a Ouija board.
Nah.
I've got enough belief of whatever it is, or I haven't. You know, I'm not believable enough in them not existing.
Do you know horror films? I can watch any. It's the weird ones around like being possessed and the spiritual ones that they're the ones that get me.
So like someone turning up with a scream mask, don't scare me, yeah.
Yeah.
But the ones where it's like, yeah, them other ones, they scare me a bit, mate.
The devil, that
yeah, mate, yeah, or like a poltergeist. You know when shit just fucking moves across the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that scares me.
Paranormal Activity, you seen that one?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, there was a couple of them. They got shit in the end.
Yeah, number one's the good one.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Moosophobia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the fear of yogurts.
Muso?
Moose.
Okay.
No?
Mice and rats.
Okay.
I don't think we need to linger on everyone.
No, but I do want to hear them all.
Number 8 is claustrophobia.
Are you claustrophobic? Would you go caving?
I've never been. I don't think I'm as afraid of enclosed spaces as maybe some people might be. It's not a phobia for me. I don't know if I'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't like being in a busy lift or whatever, but you know the caving when they're sort of moving, they got to shift because they can't move their arms. I wouldn't fancy that.
No, I wouldn't.
That wouldn't.
Does that mean you're claustrophobic or you just don't want to put yourself in a situation?
It just means I'm claustrophobic. Which is like not fully claustrophobic.
No. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm going to do my best.
Well, if you look at the 3 things, by the way, yeah, I've not felt like it for 6 months, and it's not irrational. I'm just a bit uncomfortable with.
You're not going to be all of these things. I'm saying that's what needs to happen.
Right, mate,
if it's a
but I'm
phobia.
going to check if I am.
Okay.
I mean, this is...
Coulrophobia.
Oh, fear of the cold. Oh no, fear of Josh.
Are you going to do this?
Fear of Josh.
Are you going to do this?
Yeah, I am going to do it. Everyone, yeah.
It's spelled Coul.
Oh, sorry.
And it is actually true. It is fear of Josh. It's a fear of clowns. In 20...
my eldest daughter's got a fear of clowns.
Really?
Yeah.
I know kids do, but like number 7 in a top 10.
Yeah, no, I might
Brits.
have put that in there if you'd have set this
In
up to where we
2016, the
guessed.
country was hit by a spooky series of pranks in which people dressed as clowns and jumped out at unsuspecting passers-by.
Oh, do you remember that? Yeah, I remember when that was going down.
I don't, but do you know there was some guy in Somerset who was recently convicted? He was dressing in a gimp suit.
In his gimp suit, yeah. Did you see he got charged, didn't it? He's like, he's not allowed to crawl when he's out.
Yeah.
And he's not allowed to wear his gimp mask.
Oh.
Yeah. He's a good lad, to be fair, most of the time. No, I don't really know him.
Okay. 12% of the population suffer from a genuine...
How have you gone from clown to gimp, by the way?
I was just dressing up as clowns and jumping out at people.
They're very different.
No, it was dressing up and jumping out at people.
That's a different party you're thinking of, mate.
It's your parties. 12% of the population suffer from a fear of clowns.
12%.
That's high, isn't it?
It is high, yeah. But I'm not surprised, mate. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I guess because I know my eldest daughter's terrified of him.
Oh, yeah. Where do you think that came from? Bad
Probably,
party experience.
yeah, when I wore my gimp mask to one of her parties.
Agoraphobia, number 6.
Wait, I know what this is. This is the fear of going out.
It's actually... okay, so we often wrongly think of agoraphobia as a condition that prevents someone from leaving the house.
Oh,
As with other phobias, the full story is a little more complicated.
okay.
Agoraphobics might get anxious in any situation where it's difficult to get away. This can be a large open space, but it can just as easily be somewhere like a shopping centre or public transport.
Okay.
It's a bit more
I
like
got
you,
a bit of that going on.
Yeah.
I got a bit, like, if I go anywhere, like, I don't want a lift. I don't want you to give me a lift anywhere. Because I fucking need to know if I want to go, I ain't got a fucking, I'm going. So I always need a bit of an escape route.
You're
Yeah,
probably
man.
a little bit agoraphobic.
Yeah, that's why I don't like the idea of, you know, when you go on holiday on a boat.
Yeah.
What's it called?
A cruise?
Yeah. I got a bit of cruisophobia because I don't like.
You hate cruising?
I hate the idea that I can't go home or can't go away if.
Yeah, I'm not into the idea of a cruise.
Nah, you'll get into that age though, aren't you?
I hope it'll switch on when I hit 45.
Have you got a percentage of people that have agoraphobia?
No.
No. Okay.
Arachnophobia.
Spiders.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah. Are you scared of spiders?
I don't like spiders.
Okay.
I can deal with like little British ones, but if you put a tarantula in me, I'm gone, mate.
Yeah.
There's a hash-shaped hole through the door.
It's just foreign spiders you hate, is it?
Yeah, I hate foreign spiders. Yeah. Close up the borders.
You and Nigel Farage.
There was like these stories of like tarantulas arriving in
the
bananas.
Yeah, mate. It happened a couple of times, didn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like in Australia and that, I think like they have to check the toilet before they sit on it, don't they?
Yeah.
Fuck
In
that,
the Danny.
mate. Like that would
Snakes.
cause me a few problems in Australia. Cause me a bit of anxiety. It would.
4, aerophobia.
Are we at 4 already?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Aerophobia.
Oh, fear of oxygen. No.
No, but close.
What?
A lot of.
Oh, fear of those bubbly chocolate bars.
Who could fear those, man?
Did you
What's
see that
your
they've
flavour?
discontinued Caramac?
I don't eat Caramac.
I don't eat sugar, mate. But
Yeah. But Caramac.
no, this is one of them where you think I'm a bit sad it's gone, but I never give them the
you know what?
attention they deserve.
Do you know what?
So
I think it's a very English kind of chocolate. I don't think you get many ethnic people eating that chocolate. It's not something we would pick.
okay. What's the fear of aerophobia, mate? What is it?
Flying, Josh. 24% of Brits have some form of anxiety about getting on a plane.
Yeah, I would have thought that's high.
I would have thought that would have been a bit higher, but
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
scared of planes?
no,
Ever been?
no,
Nah, same, man.
yeah,
And I quite enjoy it, actually.
I do enjoy it.
Yeah, I quite enjoy it, yeah. But I can see how people get scared.
Number
of it.
3.
Okay, moving on.
Ophidophobia.
Was it?
Ophidophobia.
Ophidophobia.
OPHI.
Yeah, fear of Irish music.
That's bad.
What
Fiddle.
is it? Is this number 3, by the way?
Yeah.
Hang on then. Wait. Ophidophobia. The fear of food touching on the plate.
No. Snakes.
Okay. Oh.
I was thinking, like, are there that many snakes in the UK? That
You
makes
get like
number 3?
grass snakes and that, innit?
Yeah, but still.
You might get a large worm.
Sizable 52% of
Do you reckon
Brits.
if you're scared of snakes, you're scared of large worms?
No.
At what point does a snake become a worm? And
Well,
somebody
they're
that's
different
scared-
species, so
Oh.
never. So
Are you scared of snakes?
yeah,
Are you?
yeah.
You wouldn't like hold one round your neck then?
I probably would, because in that sort of setting, it's going to be a safe, controlled environment.
Yeah. You're only scared of
But I'm not going in-
unpredictable snakes.
A cobra, black mamba, green mamba. No,
I wouldn't. I'd be scared if I saw one in the wild, in a country where they were. But
Venomous.
they could kill you. You're right to be scared of them.
You looked a bit like David Brent there. 52% of Brits have some sort of snake phobia.
52%.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're on to number 2 now.
Number 2,
Number 2.
glossophobia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the fear of gloss. The fear of
Bros.
fear of
Matt
shiny
Goss.
stuff.
Yeah,
The fear
no.
of shiny stuff. No?
No. Kind of.
Okay.
Spotlight being shined on you.
Okay. So the fear of like attention. Sort
Public
of thing.
speaking.
Yeah.
It's called glossophobia. That's its
Okay.
official name.
Okay.
20% of Britons, the prospect is simply too terrifying to think about.
20%.
Yeah.
Why is that number 2 then? If the snakes are 52 and then
There's no doubt that talking to a room full of people is daunting. And for
It's
20%
fucking
of Britons,
difficult.
they must be like different stats.
Okay,
Anyway,
yeah.
let's not pull that apart
No.
too much.
But okay, so that's
But I do want to talk about that one a bit later on.
okay.
And then number 1,
Okay, wait. Number 1, what is people most scared of?
are people.
What?
Are.
What did I say?
Is.
What is most people scared of, bruv? I reckon it's got to be swimming. Sharks.
No.
Sharks.
No.
That's not in the top 10, sharks. No. Peanut butter.
No.
The fear of failure.
No.
The fear of abandonment.
No.
The fear of dying.
No.
The fear of bad health.
No. This is getting boring. The fear of heights.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Acrophobia.
What is it?
Acrophobia.
Are you scared of heights?
Yeah.
What, proper scared?
Yeah.
Would you skydive?
No.
Completely different.
Yeah.
I've skydived.
Have you?
I skydived.
Drugs don't count.
I skydived, right? I was bought as a present to do because I always said, gave it the big one and said I'd do it. And then I had a poker night the day before,
Yeah.
skydiving, and I won. And I was out till about 4 a.m. and I had to be at this airfield at 8 a.m. to do this skydive. I was so hanging, mate. I did it. I was poorly for about a day after because of all the adrenaline.
Did you jump with another person?
Yeah. Strapped to someone else's back, like, or to their front.
How was
yeah.
it?
It was good, man.
Do you remember it?
Yeah. Once your parachute comes out, it's all right because it's kind of just surreal. You almost don't feel like you're high. You don't feel like you're that high up.
Really?
Yeah.
And do you get the fear when like the door opens?
Yeah, mate.
Is it?
Because when they go out, yeah.
You tip, don't you?
Imagine you're strapped to the front of somebody.
Yeah.
Your legs are between their legs. You have to put your feet under the plane so that you're leaning forward a bit. Yeah, it was a bit. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
See, I would freak out on a hill, like on a fairly
Would you?
not
Yeah.
that high hill.
Yeah.
I get all weird. Like my balance seems to go a bit, and yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I don't like it. But I'm like, so like if I was really high on something, I get a bit like, core. I'm really high now.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I think I'd be able to do most things. Yeah. At height.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. It was a proof to me that it's in your mind. I did this hill walk when I was with. It was quite high, and I was with the family, and and they were quite young, so I was just more like focused on them being okay, and I was fine. I went back a little while later and I just did it with some mates, and I was just totally freaking out. Like the right side of me just felt like a sheer drop.
Yeah.
And because I was only focusing on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk about that. So I want to just give you a few more weird ones, and then we'll talk about.
Hit me.
So, what do you think tetraphobia is? The fear of Tetris. Go on.
That's not what I was going to say.
No, okay.
No, I don't know. Go on. Tell me what that is.
It's the fear of the number 4.
Okay.
Right? Is common in East Asian countries because in several languages, among them Mandarin, Korean, and Japanese, the sound of the word 4 is very similar to the sound of the word death.
All right. Good. So can you tell us what it sounds like?
No, not in those. 4.
No, but I wanted you to tell me in the language that sounds like death.
No.
Do you want me to do it? Death. That's how you say 4 in Mandarin.
Okay. We'll edit that bit out. And did you know that a study published in the British Medical Journal in 2001 showed that Asian Americans were 13% more likely to die of heart failure on the 4th day of the month than any other day?
That's mental.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is connected to, like, you almost... It's psychosomatic, isn't it?
When they think that, if their time's coming close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another fear
Yeah.
is the fear of a cluster of holes.
A cluster of holes?
Yeah, so some people say...
Like a drain?
Like, Swiss cheese.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Or my face when I was 14. Still a bit like it now if you look closely.
Okay, I don't look that closely if I can help it. An aversion to clusters of holes or bumps was identified as a phobia in 2003.
Okay. Good year.
That's definitely
Yeah,
irrational.
definitely.
And I know this is a fear that you have.
Okay. What's it going to be? Fear of people.
Doctors at a Parisian hospital made the first diagnosis of telephonobie in 1913.
What's that? The fear of
Telephone calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Hate it.
A survey in 2019 found that 76% of respondents felt anxious when they heard the phone ring.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
So I
yeah.
thought I'd end on that one.
Yeah, I don't let the fucking thing ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silent.
Yeah. No, just straight to answer phone. Everyone, innit?
What? Just do not disturb.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't want you. Yeah. Especially not ringing unannounced. Text me first.
So, that's a long way of getting round to the main question. So
I enjoyed that, mate.
Yeah, no, it's good. Like, what do you think is to the outside world? I think a lot of people think you show up as being quite fearless. The journey you've been through, what you do out in the world, you'll go on a stage, you'll talk to thousands of people. You'll take on these new challenges. You seem like you're quite a fearless human being. What would you say that you do fear?
Have we talked before about the definition of fearless? Like fearless.
No.
Being fearless is not the absence of fear. Being fearless is being scared and doing it anyway.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what I would say. So in all of the things that I do, I am scared. Or a lot. I'm scared a lot. What do I fear?
How does it show up? How does your fear show up for you?
I internalize it a lot. And then it becomes skewed and then can give me a warped perception of myself and my relationships to other people. So, like, a lot of my fear stems from shame, right? Which is the fear that I'm, not to go too deep, but like the fear that I'm not good enough, the fear that people will find out that I'm not the person that I portray that I am, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is shame, yeah? Which is the deep-rooted idea that there's something wrong with me. So there's a lot of fear around that. The fear of not being in control. That's quite a big one. But I'll internalize it a lot. And at some stage in my life, my first act of defense became to attack. So if I'm scared of something, I tend to come out fighting. So like, if I'm scared of somebody, I will act like I'm the opposite. Or if I'm scared of something, I'll be like, fucking watch this, I'm just going to do it. And I've been a bit like that. I'm a bit like that in my work, ain't I?
Yeah. So do you act it until it becomes real?
There's the saying, fake it till you make it, innit?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. But I do, and I've said this before to you, perhaps on this podcast, I do often think to myself, I'm just going to close my eyes and jump and see what happens.
Yeah.
Figure it out while I'm falling.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of that with being scared. Like, I'm scared all the time. I'm very nervous, anxious person.
Mm.
But I front it. I've always fronted it. From when I was involved in some bad stuff when I was like 15, I had to learn to front things out because I got myself in some very precarious situations all the time. And you had to have front. So I'm very good at fronting things out.
What do you mean? Like explain what you mean by fronting things out.
You know, like you know what they say about the swan? Elegant and looks amazing and elegant on the top, and underneath the legs are going like crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that a lot in my life. I'm fucking doing that a lot in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of like just thinking, let's do it and see what happens. Have I made any sense in what I've said?
Yeah. I think what I'm hearing from that is that the fear isn't not there. That there's something inside of you that happened a long time ago that just said, look, so I'm gonna run into it and do what I need to do. And fronting means I'm just gonna show up as though I've got it in control and I'm covered, but actually I'm just trying to figure it all out.
Yeah. Running into the storm. Just running into the storm and thinking, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want Josh's take on why you think people have fears. So macro up now.
Okay. I think a lot of it's control, innit? When you feel like you're out of control, what do you think makes you scared of heights?
It's not being in control. So everything about my fears is lack of control based.
Yeah.
Entirely that.
Yeah.
Such that. So like, if you ask me what my fears are, my biggest fear is not having done something. I've talked about this on this pod before. Is not having done something before, right? And so if I haven't done something before, I will put so many reasons to not begin that thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to like not be good at something, and I don't want to not know how to do something. Therefore, I'll just not do it, right? So it could be anything as small as if I don't know how to lift weights properly, like form, I'll find reasons not to do that.
Yeah. I'll relate to that hard, yeah.
And like, so there's always reasons why I won't do something because I've never done it before. And that's where my fear comes, right? So
is that a control thing then?
Yes.
If you take the thing that you just said though, the fear of the form thing. So when I first got sober, I didn't want to go into a gym because I didn't know how to use machines. Yeah. And I was just terrified that if I go in there and I start trying to figure it out, everyone's going to look at me and think I'm a fucking idiot, don't know what I'm doing. So like, there is a control aspect there, but that's not all control, is it? But I guess if you learned how to use the machines at home and then felt like you were in control of that situation,
I'll be fine.
Then you'd be fine. But what is the original fear? Control is the solution, but the fear is not a lack of control, is it?
It is for me.
Is it control or judgment in that instance?
No, it's not the judgment. It's fed into that a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's the lack of. For me, it's the lack of being in total control. I'm a control freak.
Yeah.
We've talked about this a lot,
I
right?
know, mate, yeah.
So if I cannot be 100% in control of the situation, part of that is just the not knowing, right? So, for whatever reason, I never evolved from having a tricycle to a two-wheeler when I was a kid. So I didn't learn how to ride a bike until I was in my late teens. Like
really?
Yeah, because I didn't want the fear of not being able to do it. So I just kept not doing it, and I went to like adventure, holiday things at school, and and they all went for bike rides, and I just didn't do it. And
So how did you get out of it?
just gave it a go one day. And because I'm an adult, by the way, as soon as I got it, I understood the concept of, physics and balance. So if I'm tipping that way, I lean that way, and that was it. I got it like in a second.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But the fear kept me from doing it.
Man. Yeah.
And that's like a very extreme example, but a lot of things like I know I show up like an extrovert.
Yeah.
But I don't like situations like where I'm, have to do social things for the first time.
Yeah.
Once I've done it, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm like a natural. I'm like a fish to water.
Yeah.
But like before that, I'll just not go anywhere near
I
it.
think everyone's like it, innit?
I think mine's quite extreme.
Do you? Yeah, but I would say mine's quite extreme.
Yeah, maybe. But I would say like, so when you say fear of heights, that for me, it feels like there's elements of that situation that I cannot control.
Yeah.
Now, if I was, if I used rope and I was attached to the side, I'd be way more comfortable.
Yeah.
What's weird is the reason so many people are fearful of being on flights is because they can't control it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. But I think it's partly because I've almost conditioned myself to say, well, the expert is flying the plane.
What you like as a passenger in a car?
It rarely happens, but I'm fine, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it, man.
Yeah.
Don't like being the passenger. I have to get my head straight when I sit in there. I don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a control thing.
What about when you're in a taxi?
Yeah, what about it?
Do you feel different when you're being driven around?
I sit in the back.
Yeah, I sit in the back.
Yeah, so there's a bit of like, Jeeves, take me where I need to go. So I'm not, I don't mind as, in the back of any car, I don't mind as much.
Yeah, it's when you're riding shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes me uncomfortable, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think people can do around their fears? Because they're all going to be unique. People have different fears. Some people fear plentiful holes next to each other. Some fear clowns.
I think, or gimp masks. I think you have to, like, the obvious answer is to do it, yeah, and then learn to not be scared about it. But I don't think that's always true.
There's something called exposure therapy.
Yeah.
I think that's quite useful, right? So the notion of exposure therapy is that you gradually increase your exposure to that fear.
Yeah.
So rather than jumping straight out of a plane, if you're fear of heights, you just kind of, you walk up a flight of walk and then you kind of walk to the top of the building. Then you kind of go outside and stand on the roof for a bit and all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's a useful way to approach it. And I think if I think about, things that I've done in the past, that I've overcome, it's.
Have you had any fears in the past that you're not scared of anymore?
Riding a bike?
Are you not scared of it anymore?
Nah. I'm not scared of it. Interestingly, I don't do it a lot, and I should.
What, you should ride a bike more?
I'd like to.
Who fucking told you that? Who says?
No, I'd like to.
Oh.
Yeah. The bike policeman told me I need to. No, I don't. I can't. I mean, I used to really, really have a crippling fear around public speaking. And doing this has made me.
Do you still
more
have
comfortable.
that fear?
I think this doesn't bother me at all. Like, I could jump on podcasts, and one of the biggest fears I used to have was I wouldn't know what to say in a live setting.
Yeah.
So that's gone. I think I still haven't had loads of practice of doing it publicly to an audience.
But your fear that you had around podcasting at the beginning is gone.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So
totally.
what do you think it's doing it then? It is doing it, exposing yourself.
That's that's exactly how we started. Very small.
Yeah.
On Zoom, and now we're doing this, and
now we're massive and fucking global.
We are. You're hanging out with a geriatric, I'm an OG podcaster.
So yeah, look, to answer the question, I think yes, exposure to it and doing it and being fearless. But being fearless is not to not be scared. Being fearless is to be scared and think, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway.
I think the thing that for some people, exposure therapy will work gently, gently, gently. Some people, I think what you're saying is just face it and just throw yourself into it.
Depends what it is, isn't it? If you get the opportunity to jump out of a plane, then jump out of a plane, metaphorically speaking. Do you know what I mean? Like, you haven't really done exposure therapy to podcasting. You fucking just did a podcast.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know it was on Zoom originally, but it was still just, we didn't like go, well, let's do a 10-minute podcast and then we jumped straight in and just started nailing podcasts.
And then I think you almost, you just stop thinking about what you were worrying about, you know?
And maybe you feel more in control, innit?
Because I know,
There's less unknown. You know, like there's situations you know that we can navigate. You know that, you know, there's not going to be those moments when you're lost for words and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're with me, so I'll carry you through.
Oh, lovely. Lucky me. Actually, our very first episode, we were at home. It was homeschooling, and I was obviously very nervous.
Yeah.
And someone started printing something from downstairs. And
I
the
remember
was behind
it,
me. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and you wanted to edit it out.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah.
All those people were listening to that episode. Brilliant, mate. Well, that's how to deal with your fears.
How to deal with your fears, yeah. Jump out of the plane.
Jump out of the plane.
Mate, I've enjoyed this today. I think it's been good fun.
Except for that little section.
Even that was fun, mate.
Well, thank you.